This weekend, you can step back in time to fall in the 19th century at the 49th Annual Exchange Place Fall Folk Arts Festival. And here to get us ready for this two-day event in Kingsport is one of the folks that makes this festival so special, Rod Gronwald, president of the Watauga chapter of the National Association of Watch and Clock Collectors. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Thanks, Chris. Good. Doing well.
You moved here from California.
Yes.
And you got involved with the Exchange Place. Tell us about your involvement with the Exchange Place.
Well, when we moved here 3 years ago, one of the reasons we moved here was I retired out of museum administration, and the Exchange Place really reminded me of my last posting out there. But really missed the people. Right. And one of the nice things about the Exchange Place is that it really draws the people that want to get off the couch and go do something.
Right.
You have artisans and craftsmen and people that are just really out thinking and doing, and it's a fun place to be.
And we got this festival coming up, this two-day event coming up this weekend. Tell us about that. Give folks an overview of what's going to be happening there.
Okay, well, it's on the farm site at the Exchange Place, and we got blacksmiths, weavers, basket weavers, broom makers. People be cooking in some of the old styles. They'll be cooking down sorghum.
All right.
And which is an old traditional crop here. And
it absolutely is.
The old tradition. Are you aware of the old traditional joke that goes with sorghum?
No, tell me. I always want to hear traditional jokes. Go ahead.
You know the difference between sorghum and gear oil?
No, what?
There are no bugs in gear oil.
For folks that live around here, they got that, and there's a lot of folks laughing right now out there. But let's talk about your part of this. Clocks and watches. You're a master clock. You work on clocks.
Well, I've been at it for a while.
For how many years?
Close to 40. Started in Nebraska, where I grew up,
right.
And just always wanted one, and over the years, learned and taught clock repair for a number of years in California. So.
And we got some pictures up right now of you. And is it this clock right here that we're looking at as well?
Yeah, this is a clock that's been donated to the silent auction. So this one will be sold during the show this weekend.
Tell us more about it. It's amazingly ornate.
It is what's called a kitchen mantel clock. Those typically would have been in the parlor or the kitchen of the home. And this one has an alarm in it. That's what the center ring is there.
Okay.
And it's got a big bell inside. Sounds like a fire bell when it goes off, because it it had to wake up everybody in the house. It wasn't on your bedstead. So this one is a 1905, and Ansonia is a company in New York that made this one.
And somebody's going to walk away with this weekend.
Yep.
I mean, that's awesome. Tell us about the two clocks you got here out front.
This is part of the display I'm bringing for this weekend. I collect a little bit of everything since I work on them, but this is a couple of my military clocks. And these are both World War II vintage, and they're both built for a specific purpose. The clock with the red on the dial is a radio room clock. And when the Titanic sank in 1912, there were no rules governing, how you operated radios, the old Marconi sets. Sadly, when the Titanic sank, there was a ship within 10 miles, but the radio operator had gone to bed already, and so the radio was off, and there was no law that said that a captain had to answer a distress call. The captain of the Californian saw the flares, but ignored them because he was on a tight schedule. So in response to that, they passed the Maritime Radio Act of 1912, and the two red areas, twice each hour, you have a 3-minute period when you're not allowed to broadcast, and that's so that radio operators could listen for a weak distress signal.
So I think everything that you have here has a unique story. I wish we could sit here and talk about it all day, but if folks want to find out more, they need to come out this weekend, right?
Yep.
All right, we got the information for you right there. That big fall festival coming to the Exchange Place this weekend right there in Kingsport. We got the information if you want to get over there and enjoy yourself this weekend.